Now, British fishermen were among the strongest supporters of Brexit. But now the UK's departure from the EU is causing so much red tape, some are warning of a carnage for the fishing industry. British seafood representatives descended on Parliament in London today to protest the new headaches they face to export their catch. A last-minute deal between the EU and the UK reached on Christmas Eve allows tariff-free trade, but it doesn't preclude other regulatory checks and extra paperwork. With live shellfish, time is of the essence, and many now fear their fresh catch will end up rotting in the bin. Well, Alistair Hewson is director of Celtic Seafair, a Scottish shellfish supplier to markets in the UK and France, and he says his exports have been badly hit by all the paperwork he now has to deal with. Thanks very much for joining us on Euronews Now. You supply the likes of scallops and lobster and langoustine to France in particular. What's been happening since the new Brexit rules kicked in on January the 1st?
Well, when we began the new year, we thought we were in a good position to comply with all the regulations and the requirements to get our shellfish across the border into Europe. So we started the new year by collecting shellfish a week past Monday, mainly live langoustine. We don't export many scallops. There's a good market for them in the UK. So we collected a large amount of live langoustine in this firm. We collected over 2 tons. And we hope to be able, that our exporter, DR Collin and Sons from Eyemouth, would be able to get them away for us on the Wednesday of that week. They had a load in Eyemouth, a very small load, a test load in effect, which they had loaded on the Tuesday, so that would have been the 5th, to send across the channel. And unfortunately, due to various issues with the systems and the authorizations for getting that load away, it never left the yard. So that then put us in the position of not being able to send our product to them to export on the Wednesday.
What exactly is all the paperwork and the new demands that are causing so many problems? Because we knew this was going to happen. We've
known for a long time the potential implications of these regulations and these changes. In particular, my own association, the Scottish Creel Fishermen's Federation, have been lobbying for the past 18 months to 2 years to say, about the detrimental effect that it was going to have on live shellfish exports in particular. I don't think any of us foresaw just how bad this was going to be, but some of the requirements that we didn't have to comply with before are catch certificates, which prove that a vessel has landed a given catch in the UK to begin with, and leading to certificates of origin, export health certificates, various other transport documentation, and one piece of documentation which caused a major problem on the first week. Sorry.
Just one more question then, because what do you want from the government? You've taken your protest to London, and of course, because so many fishermen did actually support Brexit, aren't you reaping what you sowed to a certain extent?
The fishing industry is multifaceted. Not all fishermen, certainly not small-scale shellfish fishermen, voted for Brexit because many realised the implications of doing so, which we are now trying to deal with. What do we want from the government? We want a system which works, a system which allows us to export our shellfish relatively freely and without massive time delays, which we have right now. Many people are now calling for compensation. This was not a feature last week, but the longer this goes on, day by day, businesses are losing more and more money and getting in a worse position with every day that goes by.
Alistair Hewson from Celtic Seafair and the Scottish Creel Fishermen's Federation, thanks very much for joining us on Euronews Now.